work towards helping out the Bale Project. Alongside LOZ Cards Fan 23, I'm Ferran Burgundy. You might have heard me a time or two with Dragon Warrior Randomizer races, and, well, we don't have a whole lot of time for pleasantries because we're about to get underway here.
Absolutely. Here, these runners are going to be checking what's inside these chests here. Of course, one of them is going to be a key. When I see a death necklace there, and a dragon scale, which will increase their defense by 2 points. That death necklace really could come into play. We'll talk about that when it gets a little bit closer.
Yes, so the object of Dragon Warrior, for those unfamiliar, is for our racers to find and defeat the evil Dragon Lord, and they'll be needing certain key items to trade in for the Rainbow Drop, which will allow the runners to enter Charlotte Castle, the home of the Dragon Lord, and they'll also be fighting enemies one at a time to gain experience and levels to get stronger, as well as gold to purchase weapons, armor, and items to help in their quest, as we have a death here on Archfield Monk's side.
And we see a lot of these more beefier enemies. We see ghosts, we see scorpions, but we don't really see anything that we can try to get an attack on, because they're going to try to level up here, because where they're sitting right now is not really a good place to be at this moment, and boy, the deaths are really piling up.
It looked like we saw a Drakey with Hurtmore, and just immediately taking Archfield Monk out there.
Absolutely right there, man. That is absolutely brutal. Unfortunately, Diabetes can't take down the Ghost, and again, so far, no experience points on anyone's side at the moment, but now we've got Cyberdark trying to explore more of this grassy area, and again, we're not finding any enemies that we can really attack at the moment.
Yeah, the Scorpion and the Ghost a little bit higher, as I think I saw in the stats an attack power of 5. That's not gonna garner a whole lot here.
No, and with Ghosts having either 6 or 7 hit points, you're going to have to land a lot of shots to put a dent into those Ghosts. Scorpions have 10 to 13 HP. You know, if only we had something like Hurt, or maybe even a Torch, or some Fairy Water, you know, maybe this could get these runners started, but yeah, and then now Cyberdark getting bursted by that Hurtmore there from the Drakey, and so far we're over 2 minutes in, and not much going on here, Ferran.
Yeah, we have Bupkis, to quote the late, great Rod Roddy.
Yeah, right you are on that front. And back-to-back Hurtmores for Ryguy and Archfield Monk on the left side. By the way, just to clarify, all 4 of these runners are participating in the same seed, but it is head-to-head between the 2 racers on top, Rygar and Cyberdark, and on the bottom, Archfield Monk and Diabetes. Those 2 are head-to-head.
Yes, now a couple of changes from what you may have seen in more standard tournaments here. Well, for one, the text is moving very quickly as they have speed hacks on, and additionally, the experience needed to get from one level to the next looks to be very fast settings, as it's only 3 to get from level 1 to level 2, but they are certainly earning these 3, or at least attempting to, and Cyberdark the first to do so, gaining 2 power, 2 agility, I believe it was 6 hit points, and 9 MP.
Did you say a speed up and experience? Well, I could throw my notes away about the experience points level ups then.
Yeah, this is very fast, which is 50% of vanilla.
Did you see that? Ryguy just ran into the fun police, and he escaped. As we always say, agility is just a number for Ryan. Well, there's Charlock.
Yeah, this is certainly interesting as far as the exploration. You never know how it's going to go. And I had to do a little bit of digging, but I do have notes on the respective levels. So it's 3 for level 2, 11 for level 3, and 23 for level 4 once we get there. But we are a little ways away from there. That 8 strength, I mean, it helps a little bit. Might be able to chip away at the Ghost here. Oh, a crit will certainly do it.
Yeah, that little critical there that Cyberdark just got, that's going to get him closer to level 3. And one more of those ought to do it. Wow.
And it does. 1, 10, 3, 7, and a new spell. We got Hurt, Sleep, and Return. Well, I think Return came at level 2, though.
Yes, you are correct about that. Yeah, having hurt is nice early on here with these kind of minor enemies, and sleep could come very handy with enemies, like golems.
I don't think any of them are going to be taking golems or goldmen or stonemen on anytime soon.
No.
But this is an interesting variance in strategies. Ryguy and Archfield, they're looking more on the exploration side, hoping to find something. Maybe an early play in selling the Death Necklace, which is a bit of a gamble, but with the HP at least starting off fairly low. Oh, wow. Druid
Level
Lord breathing the
5.
DL2 breath.
19 maximum points raised there. Wow. And yeah, that hurt spell really coming in handy right now for Cyberdark. And yeah, only person to have any kills on the board. The other 3 still looking for their first experience points.
And sometimes that's just the way it goes here. Is Ryguy, he is always going to change names to go with a different stat build.
Ooh, that's something you don't see very often, but Ryguy must be thinking that he's behind, so he's going to try to change his luck with these change in stats.
And Diabetes II doing the same here. So, pretty interesting. We'll see if it allows a bit of an advantage here.
One shots the Drakey there. Yeah, if you can get that hurt spell off before they get that hurt more off on you, you'll be able to take them down rather easily. But yeah, that hurt spell doing wonders right now. And there is more points on the board for Cyberdark. And finally, Archfield Monk getting on the board. He's at level 2, getting his first ghost down now. 4 more points. He's up to 7 in the experience.
Meanwhile, ooh, what a gain. 11 strength and 19 hit points. And the Spell of Radiant at level 6 at 110 experience. Now 220, I believe, is needed, or 225 rather, for level 7.
So things looking really good right now early on for Cyberdark. And again, Archfield Monk. Also now Diabetes is on the board with level 2 himself. So everybody else has gotten to level 2. So we may see some fireworks, especially the matchup down below. Archfield Monk, Diabetes, pretty much neck and neck at the moment.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Ryguy is definitely a high-risk, high-reward player. I've seen a lot of his play. So I look for him to do something bold, something brazen.
Oh, speaking of bold, Druid Lords having the DL2 breath there. Youch.
Oof. Yeah, that Dragon Lord 2 breath does anywhere between 65 and 72 hit points of damage, and even with a max of 41 there on Cyberdark's side, that is enough to one-shot.
Very easily indeed. Luckily, those are enemies we wouldn't encounter in Charlock. And of course, we only have to deal with the bottom floor throughout tonight's ceremonies.
Yes, that is another change from the standard tournament in that Charlock is short Charlock. So once you walk into the castle, you'll be immediately on that 7th basement and just have to traverse that one floor to get to the Dragon Lord.
There's level 4 for Ryguy after taking that Drakey down. We see that all 4 of the runners here are playing as customary sprites, with Ryguy and Diabetes opting for the purple slime.
Certainly interesting choices here. The what that is essentially is Healy from Dragon Warrior 4 that Ryguy and Diabetes are going with.
Absolutely. And I wonder what cave Cyberdark was. Now, having that Radiant spell really going to help when you don't have a torch. So, no problem at all navigating through those caves. Especially a cave known as Tablet Cave, where there are absolutely no enemies. I mean, if you don't know the layout very well and you're trying to get out of there and you don't know the way, you're going to have to reset because no enemies. Swamp Cave, that was.
Yeah, not quite somewhere that Cyberdark wants to go just yet.
And there goes the Poltergeist for Cyberdark. Still very close between Monk and Diabetes. Level 6 for Archfield, level 5 for Diabetes. I got level 5 as well, so still very close race between all 4 of the runners.
Here comes level 7, and it's 2, 7, 12, and 1 for Cyberdark at level 7. Now the next goal is going to be 400 experience, and that will get to level 8.
Most definitely. Level 6 now for Diabetes. Level 6 now for Ryga. I'll tell you what, those two are neck and neck in the experience department.
Yeah, they have kept it pretty even here. Ryguy's done a pretty decent job of catching up despite the first 7 minutes not getting a level.
Absolutely, but I'll tell you what, we're almost 11 minutes in, Ferran. We have yet to find a town.
The town of Sharlock, Beta Strep notes in chat. Yeah, we found the final castle, but no towns to purchase any weapons or armor, although with all the deaths that our runners have been taking, every time you take a death, you lose half your gold, so gold has been at a bit of a premium.
Yeah, I mean, you can hardly buy anything with 147 gold that Cyberdark currently has, so yeah, I wonder where that first town is going to be, but he's going to be heading east, and the other 3 runners are going to continue to grind.
Oh, here's another cave on Cyberdark side. Yeah, 140 some odd gold. Can't even purchase any GameStop stock with that.
Yeah, that's been the big news this week. No, I wonder if this is Tablet Cave where Star Cyberdark is. I've seen. Nope, never mind.
No, that was a straight up path. I think that might have been Swamp South, so I wonder if that connected to the other end that we saw that was Swamp North.
Yeah, it had to have. It was just a long run of having no enemies there, and then that Wyvern there just taking him down, the Star Wyvern, sending him back to start. So, again,
ooh,
minutes in, still really no exploration, but that's not going to stop Cyberdark. He's going to try it again.
Demon Knights with an interesting combination of sleep and hurt. Although their attack is certainly a lot worse than that spell. And let's see, Cyberdark getting to the other end. And that's the cave that we saw earlier. So we have found Swamp North and Swamp South.
Certainly, and level 7 now for Archfield, so he and Cyberdark neck and neck with the experience, but again, almost 13 minutes in, we have really found nothing.
It looks Archfield is kind of committed to a grind here until getting some more ideal spells, preferably a heal spell, I think, is the intent here. And that's how, I mean, the experience differential just actually now, 7 between Cyberdark and Archfield.
If I may interrupt for one moment.
Go right ahead.
All right, folks. So the good news is, donations coming in. I got $35 for the Bail Project coming in just now. The bad news is, I can't see who gave it to me yet. So, we have it, and we thank you very much. Once I find out who it is, I'll thank you directly.
Well, there we go. We're up to $35 already, and we did mention earlier that there are some donation incentives for the grand finals, which can really stick it to the runners. So if you enjoy some Schadenfreude, donations are definitely the way to go.
I'll tell you one thing, Ferran, while Seawolf was talking about that donation, level 8, and there's the Jerk Cave for Cyberdark, but we have to have the 3 puzzle pieces in order to get that candy. We got to get the Erdrick's token, we have got to get the Staff of Rain, and we have got to get the Stones of Sunlight. While you were talking about that, level 8 had Healmore, and Archfield also having Healmore.
Yeah, that definitely allows for, I mean, especially with the roughly 60 some odd HP, depending on the builds here, because we do see a variety of them. That's what the pluses are next to the names there. But in the mid to upper 60s in HP, that Healmore will come very much in handy at 8 MP to spend per spell. And we have a question in chat. What is the Bail Project? Well, there thankfully is a command for that. It is a charity group that helps disrupt mass incarceration by helping dispel the use of excessive bail to hold individuals in jail pre-trial. For more information about what the Bail Project does, visit bailproject.org/our-work.
Well, Druid Lords, they have DL2 breath. Well, guess what? Their cousins, the Druins, also have it.
Ooh. That is a spicy family.
It sure is, Ferran.
And barging once more.
Go right to it, Seawolf.
All right, the good news is our tracker is telling us who's doing it. The bad news is you did it anonymously, so I can thank myself for $10 and the other two of you for 20 and 5. Thank you very much.
Anonymous donations are just as appreciated as known donations.
Absolutely. Armored Knight, who the AK-47, and Diabetes is able to escape. Trying to go south of Charlock here, trying to find anything here. We're now 16 minutes in, and we have still not found a single town.
Now, to Ryguy's credit, despite that differentiation, Ryguy, I told you he was taking some bold moves here. He was going after the Druid Lord, trying to get that 58 experience, ended up getting the DL2 breath, but has closed the gap to about 130 experience.
We're seeing plenty of sparkle bridges on Archfield's screen, so we're discovering some new territory, but again, no towns.
Wonder if this is one of those seeds that you never see where there's some sort of a mass metropolis of towns all conglomerated in one location on the overworld map.
That very well might be, Ferran. We'll see if that does come into fruition. Yeah, Guelph 35 is calling for quad cities. Yeah, swing for the quad cities. I like that idea. We'll see if that happens.
And level 9, not too far away. 650 is the target number to get to level 9.
Able to take down that wolf up to 635 with that Drakey kill a wyvern. That's too strong, so gonna run away. Just 15 more points, and it will be level 9 for Cyberdark. And there's a golem. Golems have sleep. You want to try to put them to sleep? Well, guess what? They can counterattack with that same spell.
Yes, rather rude indeed. And Archfield is pacing and I guess was looking to take a Death Warp and did just that. The swamp certainly helping, as each of those black swamp tiles doing 2 hit points of damage when you step through them. And 9714 and another spell.
Just a bit outside. And Archfield Monk also at level 9. That AK-47 will send him back to start 18 and a half minutes in. Still no towns. Until now, and of course
it's Hawkins.
Because the game knows, Ferran. The game knows.
And don't look now, but remember how Ryguy ended up switching builds? He is now only trailing in experience by maybe, well, now with that Poltergeist on Cyberdark side, let's see, 721 to 674, less than 50. And here we have the Tablet Cave on both Diabetes and Ryguy's side here.
Let's see if it's going to be anything worth their while. There's that chest right there. Again, having that Radiant spell going to make it much easier for these runners. And inside the chest, an herb. Well, because we've got Heal More, that really isn't going to do much for us.
With Ryguy at 0 MP at the moment, a little herb to keep him going a bit longer is certainly welcome.
Certainly.
And I guess the MP fairly low on Diabetes' side. Yeah, Diabetes is out too. Otherwise, both of them would gladly cast outside, which costs 6 MP.
see a town on Diabetes side, and we have the town of Cole.
So here we go. 20 minutes in. Let's see what's in the free search spot. Erdrick's token. Erdrick's tease.
Yeah, especially in a sea like this, of course it's the tease. It couldn't have been Erdrick's armor, where we could have been protected by stop spells, reduced damage on hurt mores, reduced damage on DL2 breath, and invulnerability to the swamp tiles and gaining 1 HP per step. No, it had to be Erdrick's tease. Couldn't be Erdrick's sword, the most powerful sword in the game. No, had to be Erdrick's token. Look at this. Hey, the towns are now starting to pile up, so even though they're not bunched up the way you want to see it, and here's the town of Gurenham.
Yeah, very similar movement here on the part of Diabetes and Archfield.
There's a cave next door, and what are we talking about this time?
The Grave of Garen. Near Garenham, but not inside of it.
Nope. So almost vanilla, but not quite. But without any keys, we can't get into Garenham's treasury or that staircase. Ooh, and Droll Magi's have baby breath. Ooh, I just saw something on Diabetes side. That was the Erdrick's armor.
That is the armor.
Silver harp. And a magic key. Wow, talk about a jackpot that Diabetes just stumbled upon. Top 4 of the grave having it all here, and Raigai's right there. Even though Diabetes slightly behind in experience points against Archfield, I'd have to say he's got the lead based on exploration.
Now, I'm going to ask a bit of a curious question here, since I'm kind of watching the screens here and kind of getting my proverbial Michael Larson on Impress Your Luck. Is it me, or is the movement and everything for Diabetes' screen and Raigai's exactly the same? Just a couple of seconds delayed.
Yeah, it's like they are, you know, well, they both have the same sprite, and, you know, they're both doing this. I know, it's crazy.
So I know that our host with the most here, Game Boy F9, has been juggling a lot of different things here. I don't know if that's something to perhaps get a gander at here.
Okay, all right. So, looks like we do. So, yeah, that was a good catch there, because I certainly didn't catch. You know, when I was little, I didn't catch the Michael Larson patterns growing up watching Press Your Luck. So, you know, that was a good catch. But, yeah, we'll have to get Diabetes' actual screen up in a moment.
It was just going a little too similar for too long, and it took me a little bit here.
Alright, gonna be able to purchase some keys here. Having that extra key really helping out Raigai there. Now let's see what's inside the treasury for a cursed belt, so that means one of the tiles is in play. And there's a gold grinding spot opportunity. Fighter's ring, that's gonna add 2 points to our attack. A second area with gold. So Diabetes going to check the, not Diabetes, but Raigai rather, because remember, he is on 2 screens at the moment. We'll try and get that lined up very soon. And hey, it is the Trading Cave.
Yep, the Staff Cave, so that silver harp that was acquired can be traded in for the Staff of Rain.
Basically, all we need right now is there's just one piece of the puzzle left to go. We need to find the Stones of Sunlight.
All right, so what I'm going to do at the moment here is on a separate window, I do have Diabetes the Second's screen, and Diabetes is actually up to level 11.
Oh, wow. So he's ahead of everybody at the moment. But again, it's the matchups on the bottom and the matchups on the top that count. Those two sets are head-to-head against each other, and we've got a Metal Slime. There's a hit there for Cyberdark. There was a second hit, but you know what always happens. You get to that second hit, you think, oh, I'm going to get those 255 points. Whoop, run away.
Meanwhile, we have the Mountain Cave on Cyberdark's side, who finds a set of wings up top.
There we do have Diabetes, and is not sporting the purple slime after all. No Healy for him. As you can see, he is indeed at level 11, ahead of everybody else. 1,521 points. Trying to take down the Rogue Scorpion with using Sleep and Hurt. Good combination there. And down it goes, getting the very valuable 70 experience points.
Okay, chat noting that Diabetes might be using the female mage from Dragon Warrior 3. Or I guess female wizard, as that's how it's... yeah, that's how it is for Dragon... Yeah, mage is Dragon Quest, wizard Dragon Warrior 3.
Guess what? We finally got our first Metal Slime on the board. Cyberdark just took it down to 255 big points.
And that has thrust him quite ahead, as he is now at level 11 as well. 1450 is the benchmark to get to level 11.
Cantlin and Rimualdar are next to each other, those two towns very, very close. So this will give you an opportunity to either purchase some keys or do the very famous maybe 2 keys for 1 special in the south.
We've got the Stones of Sunlight Cave, and that is a torch on Rygai's side. As we have some key purchases going on with Cyberdark and Diabetes. Let's see what is in Rimualdar's chest here.
Yep, Rimualdar's chest has
Curse Belt.
Which, again, just a hint that tells us that another searchable tile spot is in play. There are 3 different tile spots. You've seen one already in the town of Cole. There's the coordinates, which we could find out in Cantlin if we have the proper necessities. I mean, it's also possible Diabetes has maybe figured it out, you know, off screen. And then the third possible tile spot is the spike tile in Hawksness. But there's no guarantee there is going to be an item in those 3 tiles.
So we can see that by level 11, the agility is fairly high. Everything else is rather lacking here, as the strength, I mean, just 46 by level 11 here.
There's the town of Breckenary, so that's where all these towns were. They were pretty much bunched up there. Cyberdark staying at the inn to refill on everything. Check the armory here. What do we have on offer? Small shield. That's not really too much.
It was more of a check. Not much you can buy. Actually, there's no weapon or armor that you can buy with 9 gold in this standard set, as the prices are traditional. There's no randomization of prices.
Look at this, though. A Ryguy can afford a large shield. That's a great purchase.
Yeah, it gives you 10 defense points in addition to your base agility divided by 2, along with your defensive items. And, well, with Erdrick's armor, we're finding out the coordinates, which are none.
No coordinates tonight, so we're not going to see any more cursed belts. So I guess that means that's actually bad news for us, Farhan, because that means no $5 to be donated That's really just bad news, because that means we're not going to rescue Princess Gwalen. Oh, that hurts.
Well, they could save her anyway. This is true. We've got a Metal Slime at 2 and 3. There's the 3 count, and that's a big 255 for Diabetes. Getting closer to that level 12, just 64 experience away.
Yeah, 2,000 will do it. And taking down this Axe Knight would certainly give him the 2,000. Slow and steady, as long as it doesn't have heal more, should be able to win this race. Well, commentator's curse, ladies and gentlemen. I'll take my bow right now.
Oh, goodness. Wow, Cyberdark nicely escaping that red dragon to the last item in the mountain cave, and it is a torch.
All right, so we're still looking for Erdrick's sword. I'll tell you what, that pyramid game could still very well be in play. I know the people in chat would love to play the pyramid game regarding the treasury that is in the final part of the game, Sharlock.
Well, we'll certainly see here, as now Cyberdark going to go ahead and check out. Oh, and looks like has a treasure chest glitch going here. So that means a gold grind is potentially in play. Or actually, not potentially, it is in play here. So the way that works, well, you have chests that respawn every time you go to the overworld map, but the game had programming limits back in the 80s, and they could only track up to 8 treasure chests as open, kind of a little bank there. So every chest open beyond the 8th chest can be taken over and over again. So in this case, opening the 4 of the chests in the mountain cave, death warping back to the castle, the 3 chests in the throne room are always marked as open, so you don't repeatedly take them. And then all Cyberdark had to do is open one of the chests here in the Tanagal Treasury, and the remaining 3 can be taken over and over again. So I don't think that Cyberdark's going to load up on Cursed Belts or Fighter's Rings, but gold? Yeah, we can go ahead and fill up the seemingly bottomless pockets.
And he's raising a lot of gold. Anytime you pick up that chest, you open it up, you get anywhere between 500 and 755 gold pieces. This is more than Silver Shield money here, Furon. He's keeping on going.
My guess is probably going to go to 24,600, or give or take. Oh, wait, Cyberdark doesn't have Erdrick's armor yet, so might be going the full Monty, the full 32,300 to get the Flame Sword for 9,800, the Magic Armor for 7,700, and the Silver Shield for 14,800.
And we did see the Magic Armor in the town of Breckenary, so it is very much possible he may be making that play. And he's going for 35,617.
A donation appears. Command?
Announce.
What you got, Seawolf?
All right, the good news is $50 more anonymously donated. I'm not sure who it is, but went to the Beat Mania Challenge coming up later in the week. So the finals are looking like to be a 12-song set. So that game's get a little more saucy as we go on.
Oh, wow. So that's for a different donation incentive, or does that also count towards ours here for Dragon Warrior?
Up to the man in charge, but ask Game Boy about that. I know there's when you donate, you can aim your donations at certain incentives and bids, and also things for like the.
Oh, that is a different donation incentive. Okay,
Yep.
so I won't announce the crossing of those thresholds yet, but there are donation incentives. I'm gonna have to take a look here now and see myself.
Yeah, got quite a few for Dragon Warrior. We have our 3 grand final modifications, as we might call them. Definitely a bunch for different games. A lot of characters, a lot of character choices, especially in the Final Fantasy randomizers. Determine who's going to be your opening party or what classes you have for certain games. And feel free to hop onto the donation link and see what the heck you have to offer.
Well, I'm taking a look here. So there's a $50 incentive for, in the finals, Heal and Hurt before Heal and Hurt More, set for our 2 finalists. There's a $75 donation incentive that you can chip away towards to have no numbers displayed in the finals. And there's a $125 donation incentive for Big Swamp in the finals, meaning that 75% of the overworld tiles will be swamp tiles.
Oh, that should be very nasty and very fun. Meanwhile, Rygarn, we have the fun police on the spike tile, so if he wants that prize beneath that spike tile, he's going to have to earn it. They have weak breath at least.
I have some good bad news for you all.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. $75 is coming. I'm not sure who the name is, if there is a name. But guess what? Numbers are canceled. Last match, no numbers. Enjoy your words.
Oh boy, that's certainly going to be something here.
By the way, speaking of bad news, Ryguy didn't make it. He lost all of his HP to the Red Dragon before he could whittle its HP down to 0. So back to start he goes.
Well, I see one of our competitors in the next batch of quarterfinals after this concludes here, Z-Man. Are you sure you want to commentate the finals with me, or are you sure you want to be in the finals with this? Which is, pick your proverbial poison on this one.
Cole, I see, had both the full plate and the half plate in addition to the magic armor.
Z-Man saying, as soon as Big Swamp triggers, I'm throwing my race. Well, of course he says that with tongue-in-cheek, with a bit of a wink and a nod.
It's like the 1919 Black Sox scandal all over again, Ferran.
Oh, goodness.
Red Dragon on Archfield's side. Gonna try to take it down, but it's decided, you know what? Never mind. I just want to explore the rest of this cave. Oh, was able to escape from a Golem and a Droll Magi. There's that chest. Inside the chest, going to get the torch. So right now, we still do not know where the Stones of Sunlight are, and I've got the sneaking suspicion it's behind that spike tile in Hawksness.
Well, I was going to say, if we check the back of Garanham, but Diabetes is going to just do that, and that is the Stones Cave, which we know has a torch.
Oh yeah, we had seen that freebie cave earlier. Okay, so it's not there.
So, yeah, I think, based on everything that has been come across, there are only 3 possibilities left for the Stones of Sunlight. It's either in that spike tile in Hawksness, or deep in Garen's grave, but I'm looking at the number of cursed belts that we found. I think that would indicate that would have to be.
You're right, because remember, there were 2 cursed belts.
There were 2 cursed belts.
Yep, and we know there's no coordinates, so both of those tiles are in play.
So Hawksness guards the Stones of Sunlight.
Right. So there you have it, and we still don't know where Erdrick's sword is, so I think the Pyramid game is a very high probability here.
Oh, and it's a Red Dragon who's guarding in Hawksness.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
They are known as the Fun Police because when they show up, the fun tends to stop. As they, oh gosh, we've got an armored knight in the Swamp Cave.
Wow, talk about the heavy-duty guards for both the spike tile and to get Princess Gwendolyn. I think Ryguy's doing this for the $5, which I respect that move, but AK-47, being a mean, he doesn't care about money. He just cares about the princess.
I mean, he does care about money, just half of your money going to revive you.
Oh, right. Good point there, Ferran. All right, a star right now for Diabetes takes him down. 2,550. He's got to be getting close to level 13.
Well, level 13 is 2,750.
So yeah, 200 points away on the dot.
All right, can I offer you a better 2? We have 2 cursed belts and 2 nasty monsters. I have 2 other things for you. I have 2 donations. $25 from Brian Limbs 42, no comment, and $20 from Slime number 11, Also no comment. I'm sure it went to some kind of incentive, and I'll find out.
I'm refreshing the page here and looking at the various donation incentives, so it looks like we're 2/3 of the way through the Beatmania 2DX.
I hate to interrupt you.
Go right ahead.
I just saw Erdrick's Sword on Diabetes side, so sorry, folks. The Pyramid Game's canceled tonight.
Goodness. So Diabetes must be deep in Garen's grave then.
Right you are.
And is using the Fairy's Flute as a Death Warp.
Yep, and intentional Death Warp there because there's nothing else that Diabetes needs to grab. But now with that Erdrick's Sword, that's a humongous boost in attack power.
Speaking of boosts, I found our goal here. So it seems our last finale will have Baby Heal and Hurt first. So no running for walking. Small spell, then big spell.
Excellent. Diabetes doing the gold grind at Tentacle Castle. Right guy down to just 12 HP. Going to use that to heal more. And Archfield leaving the town of Rimeldar. But neither of these players are in grind and go mode yet. Not any of them.
So, taking a look back at the replay, the remainder of Garen's grave had a magic key in the middle chest on the way down, and Erdrick's Sword was at the bottom of Garen's grave. So that means by process of elimination, yes. As we had confirmed, the Stones of Sunlight are guarded by the Red Dragon in Hawksness.
Which also by process of elimination, I believe the Silver Harp is somewhere in Sharlock, either the pyramid or the judge's table.
Oh, no, we found the Silver Harp in the top of Garen's grave.
Oh.
Yeah, you need the Silver Harp to get into Sharlock, so it can't be...
Wrong instrument. Wrong musical instrument. Fairy Flute.
Well, the Fairy Flute was actually found in the Mountain Cave.
Well, then there's nothing in the pyramid. It's empty.
Nothing of real note here. I can narrow down the possibilities, but yeah, I think a dragon. Oh no, we got the dragon scale in the beginning. I'll get back to you on that momentarily, but I think there's at least a couple of herbs. I can tell you that much, and probably a fairy water down in there. But yeah, nothing of great consequence.
Alright, so at this point, it's just getting to the Stones of Sunlight and returning everything back to the Jerk Cave to get our rainbow drop, the candy, as I like to call it.
That's appropriate for our seed. I have a donation for you. I have Kikalas with $40 saying, "Bring the pain." And that's not my curse. The Belly Red Dragon is listening. That's not good at all.
Oh, by the way, yes, and indeed, taking down that Red Dragon in Hawksness just got much more difficult because they've got heal more, so we're going to need the stop spell.
Oh boy.
That was a perfect Scott Bakula there, the way you said, oh boy. I love it.
I didn't even mean to. That was just that was just natural, I guess.
All right, so yeah, this is going to be interesting to find out who is going to finish first. And yeah, that AK-47 is once again going to deter Rye Guy. Ooh, there's a Metal Slime opportunity. Let's see if he can get it.
We've got one. We've got two. Is he going to kick out at two?
Yes!
No, he got him.
Got him for 255 big points.
Right guy's looking like, Can I get another one? Nah, let me get on out of there.
You know, Ryguy does have Stop Spell. That came with level 13 that he just got.
Yeah, remember how Ryguy had a bit of a deficit about 7 minutes in and actually started from scratch and created a new build? Now he's got a 1,400 experience lead over Cyberdark.
It turned out that move was just what the doctor ordered. I mean, his exploration has been spot on. He's been getting some breaks, getting some good experience points that Cyberdark's not been able to get. Yeah, he's taken quite the lead now on Cyberdark as Ryguy. Diabetes making a purchase of the large shield. Have we even seen a silver shield in any of these shops?
Yes, I believe there was one in Cantlin as Cyberdark purchased one, and it looks like Archfield Monk purchased one as well.
Ah, okay. Yeah, and I do see that on both sides of the board. Cyberdark and Archfield do have their silver shields. Ryguy and Diabetes have large shields.
All right. Little cash monies here to make your race a little better. $50 from Jim. Littles to support the runners facing a red dragon with Heal More, though that went to the Big Swamp incentive. So, good for this race, bad for the future.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. Diabetes running into that AK-47 and trying to get as much damage as he possibly can. The problem is that Armor Knights have between 75 and 99 points, which makes it that much more difficult, but does take the AK-47 down, only to run into another one. Wow.
Yeah, and our restreamer and kind of overseer of Randomania here, noting that the tracker doesn't like to refresh. The tracker is stating that we have $85 donated, but we're at $295. So it's a little catching up.
By the way, he's not going after the princess's Diabetes. He's grinding on AK-47s. Now, this is an interesting play. 4110 versus 4022 between Ryguy and Diabetes. Again, separate races, but yeah, I mean, those two, if they were in a tournament race, would be neck and neck. The only difference is that Diabetes has the all-important Erdrick sword, and yeah, Ryguy doing the same grind spot here on these AK-47s, the Armored Knights.
Trying to squeeze out one more, but not quite there. But we see the 718, so to get to level 15, it is an even 5,000 experience. And a great note in chat, after Ryguy and Diabetes II were showing the same video, it seems appropriate that they have almost the same experience.
Oh, I know, right? It's very ironic that this is happening right now.
Yeah, exactly, Seawolf. We were right the whole time.
Archfield taking down a Warlock, but doesn't want to go after another one.
But still no Hurtmore here at level 14. Now, our runners are guaranteed to get all 10 spells by level 16.
Yeah, that's correct. So, having said that, I'm calling for Hurtmore being on level 16.
And why would that be, Cards fan?
Obviously, because the game knows we don't.
There it is.
They don't want us to check the spike out right now. They want us to wait. Well, at least on the bright side, the next set of 4 runners have a little bit more prep time.
This is true. We were expecting the second race, or anticipating the second race, to start around 9 p.m. Eastern, but we will get to that as quickly as we can following the conclusion of this race.
Certainly, and here's a Blue Dragon opportunity now for Ryguy. Let's see if he can take him down. Oh, the dreaded dodge. Another dodge, man. But he does take down the Blue Dragon, and that is good for 180.
That was definitely to pop Game Boy. But hey, if you didn't do it, I was going to do it, so
Yep,
one of us
right.
had to.
Somebody had to do it. Yep, absolutely, Perron. All right, here's
10 out of 10 would hear it again.
All right, so Red Dragon, here is Cyberdark trying to take him down. Now he knows about the heal more. He does have the stop spell, and it has been blocked.
First time block.
Now just has to endure all these attacks. He'd rather see the baby breath than the actual attacks, as it's about half as much damage versus these attacks. So Red Dragon's 80 to 106. Tried to use the heal more, and that was just a waste of a move. 255 points. There's the Stones of Sunlight as advertised.
Now, I'll admit that I'm not sure of what the Erdrick's armor replaces when it is in a treasure chest. So, apart from that, I can tell you what 8 potential things are in Charlotte Castle, but I don't know which of those is being replaced by Erdrick's armor that we found in the top of Garen's grave. That might be a Game Boy / McGrew question, as they're contributors to the creation of the game. But it looks like it'll be mostly herbs. We have 3 potential herbs, a fairy water, a magic key, a set of wings, and a couple of gold chests.
I'll tell you one thing. Remember that death necklace that we saw way back at the start of this race?
I do.
I think now's a good time to talk about that death necklace, considering the attack points that we see. The highest attack points that we see is at level 15, 105 for Diabetes. Now, if our attack power, if our strength continues to flatline and we're not getting much on these next level ups, you may see 1 or more of these runners put on the death necklace. What it does is, at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP, you gain an additional 10 attack points. And of course, keep in mind you are still cursed, so if you take a death, the king just throws you out.
Well, given the low HP that is attached to it, I don't think that the death necklace will come into play unless we see a gain of about 30 plus HP in the next couple of levels here.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Yes, because optimally, the bare minimum is you want to have 97 HP going into the Dragon Lord 2 fight so that you can survive 2 maximum DL2 breaths at 48 each.
So to get to that point, well, we see you called it level 16 hurt more. To get to that point, you're going to want 129 HP prior to putting on the death necklace. Right now at level 16 with an HP bonus build, we're at 96.
And look at that attack power. 109 at level 16. That is gross.
In the words of Cleveland from Family Guy, oh, that's nasty.
That was a good impression there. I like that.
I've been told I do a few decent Mike Henry characters.
All right, and the grind is going to continue now for Diabetes, but we do have Ryguy also with the Stones of Sunlight. He's going to go ahead and trade it in for that piece of candy, that rainbow drop that will gain us access into Charlock.
In light of all these small numbers, can I offer you a large number?
By all means, go right ahead.
Yeah, do it.
I'd like to thank Nayabari, $50, 6 minutes ago. Let's kick this off right.
Thank so very much. And here's Rye Guy. Might be thinking about doing some grinding right in Sharlock. As you can see, we start at the bottom floor of Sharlock. No need to navigate through the top floor and the 6 basement floors. We start at B7. He wants to check what's behind the pyramid.
I mean, that's the odds-on play. I mean, you've got access, fairly quick access to 7 treasure chests there, as opposed to 2 deep in Garen's grave. But yeah, that 77% chance of finding it and having it not go well, not going to be a good look.
Yep, and the judges' table is actually a zonk. Nothing's in that chest. We see that Archfield now going to check the cave here in Tanticle Castle. Diabetes wants no part of that red dragon, but he will take a shot at that Axe Knight. And he does take him down in 3 shots, and that's going to be level 17. 3105. Yeah, I think the Death Necklace is out of play.
Oh, man.
And look at this. We're not even at orange. Level 17 for Ron. And we're not even at orange for the attack power. Because at 112, take away that 1, which is 12. Divide that by 2. That is your maximum amount of HP you're going to deal to the Dragon Lord, which is 6. Divided by 2 again, that's the minimum roll, which is 3. So yeah, forget it.
Yeah, that is not looking good.
Oh, and Diabetes trying to do some grinding on the red dragons there, unless it was intentional death warp, is unsuccessful. Diabetes going to trade in his 3 items to get his rainbow drop from the jerk.
Alright, so I did a little bit of calculation and kind of looking at the replay of what Ryguy found. So apparently, Erdrick's armor replaces a gold chest. So there we go. We don't have to talk programming with Game Boy, and he can focus on the 70,000 other things for getting things going here on Randomania.
Yeah, most we do appreciate all the hard work that Game Boy F9 has put into this tournament. There is now and with that Hurtmore, you can take him down in 2 shots.
Wow, Diabetes already at level 17.
And how much is it going to be for level 18, Mr. Farhan?
That would be 9,500, so probably another 4 more Armored Knights now, 3 here for Diabetes.
Yep, correct. 172 points apiece, so yep, 2 more will do it for him. Make it 1 more. He's hoping that level 18 is a big one. And the miss on the Hurtmore, you hate to see that.
Oh, no.
That is just very bad luck, because the odds it's going to miss is 1 in 16.
And it's going to be just 97 away.
Just very bad luck there for Diabetes. Is denied level 18 at the moment.
Ryguy going to try to chip away here at another Metal Slime. Gets 1, gets 2, gets 3.
Very nice. Another 255 points for Ryguy, putting him at over 7,000 now.
And 8,000 is the target number to level 17. Well, and there is 18, and I blinked and missed the statistics there.
Yeah, I did too. The HP definitely went up because he's now over 100. 6, 1, 10, 5. It was 10 more HP, so that was nice. The 6 attack power is decent as well, but we still need more. It looks like Diabetes is going to go for the Red Dragon grind using the stop spell. Yeah, the HP is in good shape. The MP is in good shape. We can use Heal More, I believe, a total of 12 times? No, more than that. 13 times.
Man, you look at these numbers, and I mean, based on what's needed here, you wonder if the Andrea True connection rolled this seed, because it's all about more, more, more. How do you like it? How do you like it?
It's a good one, Farron. Are we sure that Seawolf didn't roll this seed?
No, that'd be a Zealous seed if it was this bad. I don't do bad Dragon Warrior seeds.
I still remember those, Seawolf. I still remember. All right, another Red Dragon opportunity. Diabetes. And what do we need for level 19? He's at 10,605.
19 is 11,000 on the dot.
All right, so 2 more Red Dragons would do it for Diabetes. Looks like Archfield is going to play the same game. Actually, he's going for the stones right now. So 1 more Red Dragon will do it. There's level 15. Here comes level 19. 494 and
4094.
The agility was well. I mean, we're already at 96 agility. I mean, look at Ryan. He's at 103. That's crazy.
Well, if you use Fairy Waters or cast Repel going through Sharlock, it's not going to be too difficult of well, I was going to say it's that one floor, so it's not even that much of a trek. And Ryguy taking a death there with 52 MP left.
Yeah, that's probably not what Rygar had in mind with that much magic left in the till. As you can see, level 19. I can't believe I'm saying this. Level 19 for on, and we're still not even at orange for attack power. This is insane.
Ooh, yeah, no, this is. I mean, there are some seeds that are like the trash bag of the same name that are hefty, 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 and this is the opposite of that.
And I'll tell you what, with the HP, you know, it's starting to creep up on us. That Death Necklace could be back into play again for Ron.
Yeah, I did kind of dismissively bat it away, and I also didn't know that we were going to potentially be going to level 20 here.
Yeah, I don't remember the highest level I've ever done commentary for. This might be a record for me, level 20. I don't recall ever doing a level 20 race, but I could very well be wrong. Yeah, level 21, I think is going to happen.
The good news is the maximum is 30. They can't go any higher than that. I don't think it's going to get to that point. If it does, then wow, Rando definitely randoed.
We'll be here all night, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy this because, hey, we're doing this for charity.
Absolutely. It just allows time for more donations to roll in.
Indeed.
And maybe that's where the game knows. It says, all right, I'm going to stretch this out a little bit, give people more time to throw their donations in here at the Tournaments of Hope here on Randomania.
We see Ryguy at 9,643 points. And Diabetes approaching 13,000 points. There's a Red Dragon now for Cyberdark. Takes him down for the 255. That's going to be level 15. He's going to be disappointed to see that he's not going to get that Heal More spell. Meanwhile, Archfield Monk in the Jerk Cave. Going to trade in his 3 items. He'll get his Rainbow Drop.
So remember about 57 minutes ago when Ryguy changed his build and we were worried that he was going to fall behind? He now has double the experience points of Cyberdark.
And finally, at level 20, we're in the orange numbers, but still not enough HP to put on the Death Necklace. So we can't go into Charlock yet, so this is at least going to be level 21.
Alrighty, for the sake of mercy and our not brevity, I decide, despite the princess not being saved, I've thrown my money into the pot to do my 20 for this race. 10 before, 10 now. So, worry not. We have our $20 for my race this time around.
I'm just going to take a shot here at level 20 in spite the power deficiency. And again, does not have enough HP to safely cast the Death Necklace. Because at 122, losing 25% of that, he would be sitting at about 91, 92-ish. Maybe he might grind on the tile here, which it has. Stoneman, interesting.
Not your ideal enemy, but you're swinging pretty decently, but pretty much averaging a 4-shot here. And I think Diabetes is going for it here.
Right, he is not grinding. He's going right for it. I wonder what his plan of attack is going to be. So you need anywhere between 150 and 165 points to take down the Dragon Lord. You're hoping that they're going to use Stop Spell. There's a Stop Spell right there. All right, phase 1 is down. The count begins. Gets the first strike. 6 for the first attack. 7 more for a total of 13. There's 9 for 22. There's 32. Can't do it. He can't do it. And he would have been dead. 45. All right, 56. Oh, he can double here. 65. 73. There's 85. Max roll is 13. There's 93. 105. Got another double. 117. He's got a shot here. He's looking good. Good rolls here. 129. There's 140. I think he's guaranteed as long as he doesn't miss menu. There's 146.
Yeah, I think he's got this.
152. 159. Still not enough. This one will guarantee it, but he's just doing it to be safe. 170. Boom.
There it is. Takes the gamble at level 20 and gets it done.
Yeah, he was doing 6 to 13. Had a lot of good high rolls early on. It tailed off at the end, but he still had plenty of leeway. Enough of a buffer there that he still had some heal mores to spare, and that's going to be a winner for Diabetes the second. He'll be moving on to the semifinals. Meanwhile, Ryguy currently on level 19, taking on this Blue Dragon, gets the 180 points. Ryguy in pretty good shape right now to perhaps win on his side. See another red dragon for Cyberdark. Takes him down for 255 points on level 16, and he finally gets the all-important Hurtmore.
Meanwhile, Ryguy is continuing on the Armored Knights here in the Swamp Cave. And there is level 20. Now, the build might be a little different here. 120 and 90. Again, only having that large shield. And Ryguy's probably going to have to go to 21 here.
Yeah, he's going to have to go to 21 because he has a different build than what Diabetes had. You're absolutely right. So We are going to see Blackjack on Rygar's screen, and who knows how much worse. Yes, you can only see he's at 120 as opposed to the 126 that Diabetes is on because of that difference of build. Furthermore, look at the HP difference. Minus 10 from what Diabetes has, only has 112. So Death Necklace at the moment is definitely out of play for Rygar. So if we, again, continue to see flat lines in powers there, attack power, this could go 22, 23. Who knows how far this could go for on?
In the words of the late great Seattle Mariners commentator Dave Niehaus, it just continues. My.
Oh, man, that's one of the best calls in Major League Baseball history. It doesn't matter if you're a Mariners fan or not. He was one of the greats.
Absolutely.
So what do we need to get to level 21 for on?
Well, level 21's target number is 15,000.
All right, 705 away, but he was out of resources at that point, so that's essentially a death warp right there. Meanwhile, Cyberdark going to trade in his 3 pieces to get that piece of candy from the Jerk, the rainbow drop. So just be careful. Don't run into Slugworth and accidentally sell it for 10 grand.
Yeah, those Slugworth sizzlers are not worth it.
No, they certainly aren't indeed. There's a blue dragon opportunity now to get another shot at it. All right, I'll let you take it, Ferran.
Ryguy taking out the blue dragon for 180 experience.
Very good, very good. So 525 experience points away. That means we're going to have to take down 4 more of those Armored Knights and make it 3. Now, even though Archfield has lost the race, he's going to try and finish this out. He is going to continue his grind on these red dragons. He's currently sitting at level 18. All right, yep, 9 experience points short, but this Armored Knight will do the trick. Let's see the numbers. 3, 4, 16 and 2.
Ooh.
16 HP. Now we're talking Death Necklace territory.
With that high MP, I mean, Ryguy's putting the numbers together. I think he's probably going to go for it.
Yeah, because you put on the necklace, if I'm doing...
Yeah, he's casting outside. He is definitely going for it.
It's 96 when you take 1 quarter away from 128. So that's right on the edge. But yeah, I think he's going to do it because with 133, he'll do up anywhere between 8 and 16, I believe.
So we've gotten a notification here from Game Boy F9, our overseer of things here. Due to time constraints, we are going to transition to the next race after the top race is resolved. So as soon as we have a finish, which will likely be from Ryguy, we are going to move on to the next race and transition over to our other commentary team here for the first round of the tournament.
Yep, Sneaky the Lost and Sigma fan will be on the call for that one, I believe.
So those of you who are in the other quarterfinal matches, this is your chance if you're watching here to get ready. And by chance, I mean go do it now. Or now-ish. I don't want to sound too commanding.
That guy getting a lot of encounters here on this basement, but he's able to escape. I mean, Repel is going to ward away most of what Sharlock has to offer with the agility that he has, but does put the Stone Man to sleep. So, very good. He's got 16, I believe, if my math is right, 15. Yeah, 16 Healmores. Right, guy going to use all the herbs that he can, and he'll put on that Death Necklace right now. So 96 will now be his maximum HP. Starts with a Hurtmore, back-to-back Hurtmores. Does not like to see that.
Wow. Wada hurt more is going to use an herb. Oh, goodness.
Quintuple hurt more. Well, you hate to
Next
see
couple. My goodness.
You gotta be kidding me. And you can see the damage breaking of the attacks. Only did 3 HP of damage that attack there. Even an attack would have been beneficial there.
But still, 14 attacks on average, 15 heal mores. Oh, but you've got that max DL2 breath, and it kind of forces you into having to double heal more, so it's not as free as one would think. This
Absolutely.
is still a little risky.
Seeing that 48, I mean, you could take a shot at it and try and get that attack in, but if he rolls that 1 in 8 chance of a 48, well, that's the whammy right there. Speaking of 48s, commentator's curse, I'll take my bow again for...
I'd like to think I've done a good job of avoiding those. I've been deferring to you on those.
Yeah, usually that's your dirty work, Faran, but I've been doing the dirty work tonight in terms of cursing these racers here. But you know what? It kind of feels good if you want my honest opinion here. So,
hey, if you enjoy being the heel, that is your prerogative. But that is gonna do it here for Rye Guy, who is probably having a few 4-letter words toward this seed, but regardless is going to finish here with an unofficial Randomania time of 1 hour, 15 minutes, and 39 seconds.
My guy will be moving on to the semifinals. Had 2 heal mores to spare, and I think with that we need to move on immediately to our next race for on, but we'll be back.
We most certainly will. So we're going to turn it over here to Sigma Fan and Sneaky the Lost, who are going to bring you the remaining quarterfinal matches. And LOZ Cards Fan and myself will be split up, but we will be catching you in the semifinals a little later tonight. Thank you so much for sticking around here. And we'll be back with more quarterfinal action here in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Tournament of Hope here on Randomania.